Recently, Blizzard did one of the most phenomenal changes that they could have implemented in retail WoW. They overhauled leveling to make it quicker, made it possible to level to max in a single expansion of your choosing, and by doing so, making the world livelier by bringing players to the open world through questing rather than spam queuing dungeons all day. By talking to Chromie, you can journey to the expansion of your choosing, and I chose Outland. Now obviously I'm not in this for the speedrun. I haven't full on quested in ages, and I love Outland, so I plan to savor the experience. Now you may ask yourself, why? Well, through my uneducated self-diagnosed guess, I'm probably masochistic. Outland quests are long, tedious, all over the place, and you know, mama didn't raise no so we turning on war mode. Like the notorious Stranglethorn Vale, Hellfire was iconic for all of the warring and ganking between factions for years, so I plan to relive that experience to the best of my capabilities. But before we continue with the video, however, a special thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Surfshark is a fast and easy to use VPN that will ensure your security by encrypting your data so that no one can steal your personal details, especially when you're on public Wi-Fi. Not only that, but Surfshark also allows you to stream Netflix content from other countries. Want to watch Dexter or The Walking Dead? Or perhaps even The Office, but you can't? No problem, because with Surfshark, you can easily swap to a different region and unlock an entirely new content library. If you don't already have a VPN, then Surfshark is here for you. Use the code Krucial to get 83% off on your purchase and 3 extra months for absolutely free. Surfshark also provides a 30-day money-back guarantee just in case you are still not satisfied, so there really is no risk. To get started, click the link in the description below, but now, time for Outland. Upon traversing through the dark portal, I was reminded of the eerie yet captivating alien landscape that was Hellfire Peninsula. The landscape was chaotic, demons were on every corner, and as I flew to Thrallmar, I knew that I made the right choice by leveling here. Well, that might have been a record. 10 feet off of Thrallmar and we already got ganked by level 50. But this was not a deterrence. My resolve was unbreakable even in the face of shitty drop rates for Bone Chewer Blood.
This game is literally ass.
Which, yep, this is what I signed up for. One of my following quests was to burn some cannons for the Horde, but as I made my way over there, I saw a familiar face. Mus from Sargeras had claimed more lives. Now I'm not even mad at the low-level ganking, but as a rogue, the stereotype of this scummish behavior of low-B ganking belongs to me. So buzz off, Mus, this is my job when I actually hit max level. As I make my way over to my fellow Horde victims, we all concluded that this in fact was the price of playing in war mode. I then had to deal with old WoW quest structuring where I can't burn this cannon no matter how many times I click because it was still in the process of burning. I love Outland. As I navigated through the terrain, the constant looming threat of a level 50 skydiving from his flying mount and one-shotting me kept me on the edge and my ass cheeks clenched. It was like DayZ, except the only downside to me dying was that I had to run back and I would not lose all of my loot. As I reached Reaver's Fall, I noticed a familiar mob on the horizon. It was a Fel Reaver. Now the Fel Reaver was a feared patrolling mob back in the day, and players, as they would quest, would instantly shit themselves once they realized that the ground was shaking and a towering Decepticon was about to squash them into oblivion. But today, I am not going to be running away from this Reaver, I'm going to be rushing towards it. Now given that the name is Reaver's Fall, I decided to put these guys to the test. So I did what any sane person would do, I aggroed the Reaver and took it back to the questing hub, and this guy started to panic. Now once the Fel Reaver reached the location, I vanished of course because I don't want aggro on that thing, I don't want to die, but instead of killing the guy here that was AFK, it instead murked the guard and made on its merry way. Very disappointing. Reaver's Fall my ass. I then told Neocrux how truly fortunate he was to have avoided death, but the man was as silent as can possibly be, giving the implication that he had already died years ago. As I make my way back to Thrallmar, we get a glimpse of the vanilla Frost Mage leveling experience. Fascinating. Now one thing that I will say is that with the stat squishing, it does feel like mobs are trucking you for a lot harder. Now I would say that perhaps this was an isolated incident confined only to me, as rogues are not the best to chain pull and level quickly with, but my buddies have also reported that they too have died multiple times while leveling through Mists of Pandaria and BFA. But I actually like this. Leveling is super boring if you cheese through everything, and although mobs may not be as scary as vanilla, having them hit as hard as they do now will suffice. Ding, we finally hit 30, which means we can now fly and be safer in the skies. It is important to remember that death is at every corner, and much like myself when I first arrived, this poor dude didn't make it very far from Thrallmar before getting bullied by a level 50. As I said before, mobs hit pretty damned hard now, and hot damn, if you turn off your brain like most of us are akin to doing when playing retail outside of raiding or PvP, you may in fact risk certain death. Oh my fucking goodness, I actually gotta vanish. Upon returning to the questing area, I see my first alliance, and I'm sorry, but I've seen too many of my Horde brothers die. Now you must pay the price, netting me my first honorable kill. Let's fucking go! But the beauty of the new leveling overhaul is not how fast it is to gain XP, but how awesome it is to once again see people in the open world. Even old players returning, asking questions like if Unholy still runs faster than Frost. It both warms my heart and makes me sad of how much time has passed. However, with old players come old traditions, as Scrub Heels refuses to assimilate to the current times by announcing his open racism towards Volperas. Did I tell you how hard these mobs hit? Because these Hellbores are juiced the hell out now and legit actually killed me. It's pretty neat. I actually PM'd my buddy Raz to tell him that I'm getting my ass kicked, and he also told me that he's also getting clapped while leveling as well, so I did the only thing that a true friend would do. I laughed at his misfortune. Now, we are to gather plump buzzard wings, and this was when I had the sad reminder of how sucky old gathering quests were. 20 minutes have passed and I'm still here. End me. Finally, I get my last buzzard wing, and I make my way back to the quest giver and turn in the quest to get the amazing recipe to get buzzard bites. Totally worth it, right? Yes! It was at this point, however, that my buddy Tim PM'd me and told me that while he was leveling, he got killed by a group of 5 camping alliance. I have seen so many of my brothers die today. Even I have been struck down, but this is the final straw. No one can bully Tim but me. It was time to suit up and prepare for combat. All Alliance are now to be attacked on sight regardless of a level. Reprisal and justice for Tim. I have the first enemy in sight, Protection Paladin. As soon as combat commences, she uses her very fun pause button, and I have to kite to avoid getting bonked. I still get bonked anyway, but not even an elephant can stop my fury. After a semi-long and hard-fought battle, this paladin realizes that not even a shield and her pause button may protect her from the wrath of the Horde, marking my second victim. Not far ahead, I see a Kultiran shaman, and after a much shorter fight, he too died. He then glared angrily at me after, without de-targeting, as I began to feel creeped out by his constant watching. So I did the only thing that would also creep him out. I ate him. While he watched.
That's nasty.
Another hunter enters the battle, and after a single shadow strike, he knew that he had to get out of here. A priest also was in the area, so I stun locked her and also dispatched her for my buddy Tim. However, she did come back, and with a vengeance. Even as I stunned and locked her out, she remained determined to avenge her fallen comrades, burning me with holy fire and smites while out sustaining me. This was gonna be a long fight. I called upon the power of the void to aid me in combat, and with the help of this random fell orc, a nasty kidney, and a spell lock, we were able to finally end her. Finally, back at the buzzard area, there was a hunter, 7 levels ahead of me. Although I did want to engage him in 1v1 combat, a fellow Shadow Priest saw the fray and decided to jump in, and with our combined might, the hunter fell, and Tim was avenged. 5 kills for the 5 guys that camped Timbo. Now it was time to tell him the good news.
I avenged you. I killed some ally for you.
Okay, I don't care.
Is this serious?
I give up.
Our next quest leads us to the grounds of Hellfire Citadel, where we must protect this scryer for like 10 minutes from mobs with staggered spawning.
3 days later.
Yep. I'm still here. Finally, I finish, and as I get ready to leave, I wish this Boomy good luck with the quest, and upon turning in the quest, I receive a whisper from the visitation. Thank you for allowing me to visit, Rot Daddy. You have a very colorful soul, but a little brighter than I prefer. Otherwise, I would have stayed longer. Why can't you guys be this nice to me on stream? Nazgul then commands us to take on Force Commander Gorax, but do not be fooled, as this is no simple task. The commander is never alone, and always heavily guarded. Luckily, however, as rogues, we are trained in the arts of stealth, like a shinobi. And with my godlike skills and 5,000 IQ plays, Force Commander Gorax will stand no chance against the might of the Horde. Behold, my tactical wit in action.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
そいつは必ず俺たちの障害になる男だ。分かって手を離せんかい、タモが
See guys, what did I tell you? Easy. Okay, maybe this part isn't so easy. We actually have to get out of here, but still our mission was a success. However, after killing the commander's personal guards, the awful truth was revealed to me. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Apparently, Gorax's corpse had gone cold in the time it took for me to clean up his goons, and even though the body was still right in front of me, I could not place the banner. I love Outland. Finally, the Force Commander respawns. We quickly deal with him, slap the banner on his body. The Hand of Kargath comes out. This guy in the back doesn't know he's supposed to tag him, and with that, the Fel Orc menace is thwarted. Kinda. Now, I did plan on having this video literally be about my entire campaign across the peninsula, but
I can't do it. I can't do it, Squidward.
There's too much damn fucking footage. That and the fact that Sony Vegas is running like ass makes me want to smash it. So I'm ending the video here. Sorry guys, but on the bright side, that gives me more time to record for future videos. If y'all did enjoy the video though and want to see the rest of my journey as I hit max level on this guy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Otherwise, Tim will punish me for this video underperforming. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, consider pledging on Patreon and following me on Twitter for updates, as it is very much appreciated. The links will be in the description. Until next time guys, I will catch you later and have a good one.